latest edition of Inside the Game live on your favorite channel. And as we are saying, baby, men sabno ya ne bebre pa, but the se fantastic thing the bebre me kwan no na ya to media bro. But ya mo me hwebi ha na ye hwebi ti na so me hwebi. Ye hu ho. Mo me hu ho na ye hu say we are live na bibia ti me nkoye. Ti e be show. Watene ye ne watenie ane wadwenche ina no. Ase a odi gu a so na ya hu say yes ene na ye show no nti nyeja also fa kan ho na bibia entimi enko ye now me dey kedwa ran kasa Erica se edu bwadi na me mrante na me ne omudi dwuman se na abrebia me ye no ewumu a ye se ensamoni nti ene emu obia ne din ena me se wo bo me din no na wa mbo ne se na ya me bo no a wayi bibia fim you have wayi bibia fim I said Dino, uma Dino di. Tie me bombi din Erica see du bwedi. Obodi anything.
Ananka seni.
Aha. Obodi anything.
Obi enim Samalapia na.
Obi enim bona ehu.
Oh Samalapia na.
Da be na ode na kan odi ho.
Okay,
Samalapia na.
Samalapia.
Na ekọ no e.
Ekọ ni efidin.
Na mo asi e.
Eni efidin ni ekọ amosi.
Na we be what the money over there?
Sometimes they will say oh lie low kakra.
Around also so body na you say we.
Bia from Benaya.
Bia from Benaya.
Ubo Benaya. Uko body fufuru bia ka se hena no no.
Yes.
Inti you there.
Na ni nyina saying
Benaya elom. Da pramapo. What's waka iya.
Da foi cambium.
Benaya elom da pramapo.
Da foi mako.
Yeah, yanko Benaya no sa.
Da foi mako. Na Benaya da foi mako. Ele ne adwuma. Right, I'm saying there's some people na go table so there ba ya mo akwa ba de bia wo hwen ye da se pass which one the Black Stars of Ghana makroma here 5 goals they are not doing. In Central African Republic, that no more baby air off Fufia, and Asher 4, Masha 3. Yes, I'm a person chess and most of my hippo. And this is a quarter more 5 no. Yes, it is time to just finish the job on Sunday against Comoros. The job is already done, but Ukuo, no one can eat here. And I know Shadam one papa. So Comoros focus a minimum that a minimum pa Afcon, Omonia rough. Qualifies the Cromonia rough from Ukrum. Inti asia ni omo wiwie e wo kwasi da wo the Accra Sports Stadium 7 p.m. Ashe pa just that the following day be badwuma Charlie never at because it is a party
Sunday day party
was a moon penny for muye na moji because Endra when Endra made almost 1 a.m. Because there was a mayor stories near
now we have 7
and no cry and no come born no Morocco na Ghana
ya be bo ha yeah, because stadium say be kwa be stadium
you be do fie
Upiana stadium no enchen no come
Charlie and then I say we any mali crash Euphoria was 10 now we are 99% we are almost
99.99999
any year that Sunday day
Madagascar so win by 9 goals right
also winning with a difference of 8 now you lose like permutation
Comoros for
like NCNC I don't the
USA Mexico Canada here we come kwasi da obi ade na passport bus stadium
ye shepe
obi abeja USA because it is done Afcon no man ko but we dey apata ye kra now Ghana actually but aside the performance discussions cost one chain whether or not Otto Addo ne starts there it looks good Sa qualifies when they started 6. You can numbers there favor na pa. But you numbers ne so far no anko. It is not too early to bring this up because you do awie. Yeah. Consider you do any it is something about up especially when the sports minister na no atum. As for sports minister there o yes as on sheda nyada ujafo ne nye ne oba fofra ne nkasa yim no na so hu so tun sheda ntuto. Camera me batutu no. But mokasa ni muso no so many different thing me boa.
Tutuality.
ɛna
Basadi na edin totality.
ɛna yɛwɔ ntatoto cap so ɛna ntatoto cap ɔmobɔ ayi hɔ
Totality. Thomas Tuchel na omutuni yomo totality.
Ono amu ye so no ano de ma no ye me ye fi.
ɛna afei so no ɛdɛm bɔ nnwom bi we dey hustle for the to for a to we ɛde ebisa na egbe ɛsɛ egbe no elective egbe no to bi o mu
Say Benai on our chat.
Yes. So, if Otto Addo is the right man to lead us there, looking at the stats, no, the air can corner there. Well, we wait to see. I think now you have to see a bit home come. Then, of course, I'm on in some Koso pa. William Sir Jim Ratcliffe. They say the Yankees are not only Manchester United, Anessa. On one, as you say, on one to Manchester United near Manasa. Or I bet you just say, fans need to move so Ruben Amorim to move soon. He's a good guy. And that on preparing home Papa Nesisia, or man bear at least 3 years to prove himself. United fans, David Omosa but that is what he's saying. He gave the Arsenal example. Say Arsenal. Mateta about for no, near the amount of time I look at how he gets close to the title, and that this season, Kranas airborne only a day. The Liverpool example and the club near day. So I say, finding a munti, and I'll prison new round. Because prison any back where man 10 years or so rather than member or quiet near mobile life imprisonment. The amount of life imprisonment is so quiet, no, near say sentenced to death by hanging. I'm saying. Say my life no cry a chain will be a hanging no. Obi so I saw on firing squad. Obi say wuni be a ya a turi a ya chain and one at the best saying. And to be had the idea better finding them. Say at least Nidia Yakaka. Eti no to be the one tin and around one and only other issues also across the world of sport and the Ajay bro inside the game. It didn't be at the Eric Asidu body cage one kasa. Then I call woman chain, Benaya swimming chain, a producer, Abilonzi, and an Anama. Confidence, I'm going to on any day. Eba. Also, so okay, and you subscribe it, down, or subscribe here. Now, if you want me a donor, so I will be at to about messages. You're welcome.
Me a donor, na jukung.
Jukung. Cool niggas inside. It's a Bibia Bass on your notification. Guys, we're some of Makwaba.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Mamma Yakwaro. Oh, yeah, just saying.
Yenya.
And your book, a butcher, I bet you say. Abu, yeah, boss.
Yeah, boss. Oh, there's only two ages.
I mean, how? That's something. Let me I feel myself about some problem. Forever young.
Yeah.
The Bianma Rebel you. Guys, Black Stars are winning 5-0. More impression about the game, what you saw, and the performance of the players. I go.
Eric, I think it was good and first half now I wasn't that much impressed about how almost started game, But I think it's a second half massive improvement. I think it's all around. I was expecting say a bit winning, but 5 with Eric. I mean, the last time I think it was against was it chat down here? But then going away near because share 5-0. Honestly, I was not expecting say beat me as all around. I think say it was a very good performance by the team.
Okay.
How I almost set it up. I mean, saying the whole team now. And I think one positive aspect of Endra game now was the team trying to use set pieces.
Okay.
Something
of the game,
of course. So it tells you that they are trying to build on something else, So it's something positive. But generally, I think it was something positive because Endra, I mean, imagine it says a draw here. I mean, the narrative would have been different. And yet to me, a winning war, Morocco and but down here just to crown the, World Cup qualifiers. So for me, I think say Endra, Eric, good performance. I'm sure say coach in any players, and they come once some later on. But I think so we share 90 minutes of football now, I'm a boy, and you could see the understanding, the rapport among the players and how I'm on board. You could see the real determination from the players right from the blast of the whistle. And I think it was a very good performance. Hopefully, Nyame Adama Sunday to be crowned and going on. We'll come back and then we'll talk about some of the things that we need to fix before we get to American Intermediate and Radi. I think it was a very good performance.
Well, I'll come back to you. I'm a stand-up player, and one or two things are mistakes I won't give them better.
And game no a change say young boys no say omo my dream towards some bobo na born don't meet me abo because you cat talent there's no doubt say you're one of the most talented squads of Africa.
Okay.
But yeah, sometimes I say I grew up in the area. I will minisuna. Kujina pitch no. So I say trimudebi because any child say share go no mudi agro and I'm crop no better share. And you criticize you almost ain't this game. Omudi show me say Charlie or some get business not done to avoid criticism because they knew say winning this game will take them a step closer to the 2026 World Cup. And ultimately, we say now, like you could see the seriousness on the pitch from all the boys, and it was a very impressive performance. 5-0 was a very commanding lead, and
wow.
Yeah,
Wow. To the specifics, the lineup, how your ball, the substitutions are coach here, and the incidents the CCC game anymore. Stand up play.
Well, let me begin with the standout player. I think say no credit ya me name ni si bonna me hwe no da.
Okay.
On so Oviedo qualified by La Liga no na me hwe no. I watched him against Real Madrid and Barcelona and I felt even though they lost but Ghana are very good. The game against Mali down here me hwe ball na Eric me who said no, Sibon there is something about him.
Okay.
It's very very
There's
good.
something about him.
Yes. In terms of decision making. Splitting play and all those things. And Endra, I thought maybe it's just one of those. We need debut call up, and so he had to come in and then impress. But Endra, he continued from where he left off in the game against Mali. And to me, Endra, you could see when he sits deeper, it offers Partey the luxury for him to also push up a bit forward. And I think when Partey stepped up in the second half, no Konya Sago. So it tells you whether back 3, back 4, there's somebody in there to cover up. I think so. Be an asobe she CCI Elisha also.
Okay.
Asobe she brutal because in him say so to Addo Bob pivot. It is either Bob Partey and then Elisha or Partey and then you can say Salis. Now Salis is not there, so clearly he's going to start Partey and then Sibo. But Sibo no Eric, there is something about him. I think he's young, he's energetic, and his decision making. It's top notch, So for me, I think he's my standout player. For me, it was also good to see Isha Aku back.
Okay.
In the squad and all that. Which was set up now, the boy, and I think Eric. Your name says sometimes Otto doesn't get some things right, but then set up on it there. I think he had it right.
Okay.
With Isha Aku coming in, Yirinchino, right back no Bono. I bet this will be okay. Tariq, any Alidu. Tariq for now he's injured. Ali do not be able to me compete. But Eric, he's young. So he has so many mistakes.
Simple.
Simple, uncomplicated things.
But is he the modern day right back?
Because no, I don't see it. But now we know naturally he's a midfield. So it's more of like he's playing in the position where
it's like a makeshift here.
Yes. Because if Alidu is really, really ready to play, I'm not sure he can compete with Alidu.
Oh, really?
But Enra, no boy, Even though he was compromised to go to that point, but perfectly, no mistakes, So I think it was very good. So the setup, the back three in the middle, and then the guys, Kudus, you can say Sako Nisemenyo, and then you can say Jordan up front. Jordan, baby, how would you know? You don't have to let him work so much on the ball. Let him be there, get him the ball, and then he's going to score. So for me, I think the setup for me it was okay. I think going on. You name for now. So players we be free baby just to complement the quality I want. But for me, I think the setup was okay for me.
Okay. Well, obviously, you qualify for World Cup. Say, I na more qualify ni na nyina na kwenya ko World Cup.
That is another
thing. Bi ba be shishi me dey ko. Bi o now here adwuma nyina so. 2006 the likes of Hindu, Charles Taylor, Dombote. Omo nyina na start qualifying. Yes. But they do hono. But they didn't even get close to the squad. Normal. The lineup, and then they see to give them a stand-up player.
I mean, yesterday's game was not straightforward. I would say a winning game, you know. Into lineup, our key players, you know, they were in the lineup. Thomas Partey, Mohamed Kudus, Jordan Ayew. Like, these are the players who were in Black Stars lineup. Who GDA say, oh, game we there, or say Black Stars winning. Because player BT said Thomas Partey. So, I share lineup no anymore. I said, and then they midfield the when they me say, oh, game, you not midfield no. Now a very smooth passes, no controlling the tempo of the game. Now the identity, and my players BT say Kudus, Zibo, other players around him, you know, they were able to operate very well. And one player was standing out, Jordan Ayew.
Jordan?
Yeah. And one of the things me say over the years, which means say he's maturing. Because players are almost through criticism or gonna happen.
One of them.
Jordan, Ninya, But being the captain yesterday, I think we showed leadership, because there's a saying, it's a leadership by example. Eric, what players are performing worldwide World Cup qualifiers? Jordan Ayew, or 14 goal involvement, was 7, R67, followed by Lionel Messi, on also 11.
Okay,
was 8, R63, and I Erling Haaland on also 11 goal involvement, was 9, and about 2 assists. In social statistics, where I say, we say Jordan, the numbers are showing he's leading the team by example.
Okay.
Because the amount of captains armband now our responsibility say also lead the team and leading the attack with numbers. And he's somebody like Jordan, Nakine, Semenyo, and these players, they are kind of in quotes only new to the Black Stars team. So he leading by example, and you'll be able to at least teach or show these boys or ease them to the Black, so that the pressure won't be on them or best swap pressure. And I think it's a good sign going into the World Cup, because we need leadership heading into the World Cup, and he's displaying that. So he was my standout player yesterday.
Find out, Kakrebi, me notice here at Debin so. Now Kamaldeen came on. Yanni debut goal. I was thinking, say, Semenyo at club side, brilliant.
I was coming to that.
Yeah, but
what is wrong with him?
Yeah.
Like, even yesterday, now bugum with his form.
Yeah,
maybe who say players beat so like on national team. I say just in the mood because like pressure. I say pressure. Like me who say
like for me Endra, I was thinking say, I mean,
and I have money.
Well, I don't want to say that. But I was thinking, say, once Kamaldeen to me, ni debut goal. I was thinking, say, the guy should be feeding Semenyo. And I think, say, going with, because Oba, no, she said, no, Oba, I said, you don't know.
There was a ball, be a Piamana, make us a boy, born of Kobefa.
Oh.
Or dear Chase,
you know, so maybe when say confidence, like when say Bournemouth no boy, it's like or free,
of course,
like doesn't think too much.
She go no share against Liverpool. She be a far ball.
But
why can't you say me?
Oba I say I drink like you don't know. I say he's not himself. Like he's trying. Was a national team and club football.
And I want your ball only different from her.
Oh, of course. I mean,
that in terms of
quality.
Yeah, of course, in terms of quality.
In terms of quality, there will be an argument that we might have better quality than Bournemouth. But once a player for player, once a football wants connections, understanding and movement, and like being comfortable with your environment. Like
because Eric, there are two quick examples. Luka Modric, Yakan is saying Toni Kroos. You can talk about Xavi Iniesta. Xavi Catani on him baby Iniesta. Look at Modric Catani on him baby. You can't say players now. So I think it's about the connection. You know, and all.
And
that.
Also
so,
like the confidence.
How long is it going to take?
Another example, Phil Foden.
Of course.
Or Man City, a different player. Or national team.
And about how long is it going to take? Na say, Semenyo Yafe connection be Bama what me aboni ye.
Oh, for me, I think for me, you know, I think you see, it's and one is a Obenyani there was sometimes definitely maybe Jidi said the day be bad he will explode. He will explode, yes. And they will come just like what we didn't see Mohamed, just like we knew say Ghana is going to the World Cup, but somebody that a young player that can stand out like Tene Mukudus here or Katano. We never saw it come. We thought it's going to be either the day Ayew, Jordan, Inaki, or any of those players, or even Partey.
I mean, say it will come with time.
Yeah,
also comment. Yeah, can you with much show at dream? can we sleep? My country, bro. Wait to me, you die, you nah. As a goalkeeping department, any problem? Can we trust Asare?
Clean sheet.
World Cup, we are here.
Yes, you need all the clean sheet account.
Mr. Clean Sheet.
Yes.
Benjamin Clean Sheet Asare.
Yes. For Shatawale we require then. Shatta Nchiano.
For life.
For life is for life. You make my trust. So people born in corner so on consider baby near but stance and microphone shut down the GD.
No mo say we atizigi one. Like soon no one no now a friend born no buy but Benjamin Asare no soon no no a pam born.
It's mo pedi a pam and I'm pedi a friend.
We pedi a pam.
But you see, Eric, I think we have to also consider the positions are in your mobile.
Oh yeah.
Oppositions here, John for Matizigi Yashan.
I'm not disputing that fact. I'm not disputing. But Yakobo, the Unity Cup, we saw him.
Yeah.
Right. So for me, the opposition should be 1. 2.
You ain't mean that.
No.
I say we agree now.
No, I don't think so. Because imagine who could show be.
He's now our trusted number 1.
No problem. But I'm saying say only in the Unity Cup. And you find say you could do World Cup. You are facing an opposition like Spain, or facing an opposition like Portugal. Can you trust him? Say when the quality, can we still rely on him?
But the it's like
the
one we're going to rely on.
I can't say. It's all about what's the name? Showing what you can do in the national team. Even though personally, so I'm not really convinced if he's the one to take us to the next level, but. So for non so buy no main point to say ABR we and dropping because we to say Atizigi say oh yeah okay but so far national team he's not shown why he should stay as number 1.
I think so even for Atizigi issue before the World Cup 2022, he was not even our number. It was
Wolcott.
It was Wolcott then they had to make it.
And then we took him to the World Cup.
We took him to the World Cup.
And he was our number 1.
Yes.
After that AFCON, he was our number 1, right?
Yeah. No, I think Ofori Bemu.
Richard Ofori.
Yeah, they were Ivory Coast.
You didn't say
we got 2 tournaments. Be on answer back open wako.
No, he didn't call 2021 after.
Yeah, because he called one of them.
So in 2022 in World Cup after he called Ivory Coast and then Ofori came into the squad. But I think he was not even our first choice until Wolcott to Pride.
Yeah.
But Eric, I think no disrespect to Benjamin Asare, very good goalkeeper. What I say, when given the confidence, he will be able to do what we expect him to do. But at the apex of world football, where
can't
everybody
trust him, right?
At the World Cup,
that is why I'm so much interested. I'm happy we are going to talk about Otto Addo because World Cup you don't gamble. You need to get every decision.
But with the goalkeepers we've tried in recent times, the Atizigi we know. And the ones around, who of them?
And that is our problem because now what do we need? Crampo shame CC.
I
think Obia. So if we had time for him, was the goalkeeper not ban away? I've forgotten his name.
Nuruddin. Yeah, Nuruddin.
I think he's a very, very good goalkeeper because the panel he's good at it. Because we watched him during the Kieran Cup. He came down here. There was another tournament here, boys. He saved a couple of penalties, and I think he's a very, very good goalkeeper. Just unfortunately,
I'm not sure he's on the club side on
He's not getting playing time.
And that's the thing. Options are aside Benjamin Asare and so in this like even though you have
yeah, that's true.
Maybe we should give him an opportunity.
The West Ham guy, I think he moved on.
I mean, but time will tell. So far it's our number 1, and it looks like he's going to be our number 1 heading to the World Cup.
So I expect the technical team really, really to work on him because on call order.
Pressure,
the pressure.
But there's always a first time.
Of course, that's true. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I expect the technical team to really, really work.
Maybe sometimes the exposure gets to you. Need that exposure now.
Yeah.
But Sheila 2006, the local boy said, of course. Even if it is your first time, you can still.
Which me, even
though need exposure.
And the thing is, at that I think was it 2006? Was it Richard Kingston or Samiji?
No, it was Olele.
Yeah, I mean, they were already exposed to European football.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Even though World Cup, they
were already exposed.
But we know on COVID,
exposure, no so.
And I think, even with House of Folk, it's been here. It's not Africa. It's been a higher.
So that would
Africa, man.
And World
Cup Africa,
Yes.
And World Cup needs a tournament we experience counter like ultimately like
gets to a point.
The Unity Cup not coin so might also give you a bit of exposure. Because you expect such environments, the crowd at the World Cup. I mean, the ambience and all those things is going to be
and
there,
the friendly games have to be played
yeah,
to the World Cup.
Also
be key.
So
now, the reason why, so that's why I'm saying that I expect the technical team really to work on him.
Yeah.
Well,
because he can't gamble.
Well, still on the Black Stars discussion or the future of Coach Otto Addo, whether he should be the man to be trusted for their job in Canada, in USA, and in Mexico. From what we've seen at the AFCON qualifiers, what Ebi Kane said, the timer na Esefata say the best time we could have sacked him was when he failed to qualify for the AFCON. Now we Ababe Tuane Juma Pa or World Cup anya such a good, record as in on the numbers. Don't lie. To read numbers he did not the Pamuchama. One fair to him.
And yeah, I'm Papa because I think we're about 7 games. World Cup qualifiers. We winning 6.
Charlie. No about drawback.
About drawback. It is Charlie Pamna.
Yeah, because
like the record speaks for itself. But some would say we have ice.
But ice no again na ofife. And you win na ofife.
But Sisia no, it will be very disheartening if they sack him now. Because why you Jumani into Akase you ever call World Cup. Now share. You beat my World Cup now.
And it's going to be his second World Cup.
Yeah, but as part
and
of
that's going to be a record, huh?
But as part of his KPIs, he has already failed one. That's failing to qualify. And that in itself, that's horrendous. Like,
well, but
not qualifying Ghana.
What's the key to him?
So the fact that Intimi and Pamno and that because that was the perfect time and Kawo say, Pamno. Right now, there's 2 leads.
We are qualified.
This year they are elite.
Oh, be your grounds. Or grounds are the permanent here then.
Right now, performances no. Even though okay, but on a scale of 100%, like he's not really won majority of Ghanaians over because Okobisa Ghana, ordinary Ghanaian right now is taught on Utawabeka so Yempamno. Magana Crane winning 10-0. People
feel when he plays big games. Like
so in the press or I say he thinks a lot. He makes certain decisions which are rushed, and he thinks about it. And on no crowd kind into what they call.
But you are going to be thinking a lot at the World Cup. World Cup when you're thinking, you're thinking.
GD says a call World Cup now. The performance they should based on that to determine his future.
Or you don't think he needs help?
World Cup
Wow. We were playing against Germany.
Yeah.
And we almost won that game. At the World Cup, I just had to take
tactics.
Just a decision as a coach.
And you see that's the thing.
And the opposing coach did that. and I say coach didn't react.
That's the thing about the world level because unlike Africa, how cry you're not really meeting top coaches and no cry out to papa. So I'll World Cup now like these are A-list coaches and A-list teams now they are
that's why
because sometimes your team don't even need to play well. Like takes one decision from the coach, one substitution or one tactics be. But the tactics are so far on shed and train say the tactics no you know the Yamana head say so Pam coach because he's under contract.
Sure. The contract doesn't sign.
Because Sikano like a bill.
Is it 5 years?
5.
3
plus 2.
And to bring in, I say why?
Almost 2.
Why almost 2? To bring in another coach and see Sika.
Because
the IND Charlie, you have to just
see. For me, Eric, market can numbers much, but you see. Sometimes me winning no disrespect to him because team winning are ordinarily no coach. Yes, of course. But you see, sometimes
take the hard decision.
Sometimes coaches no more. Sometimes the players will have to win games in the hard way. Sometimes to me the coach in the instructions 20 no one because I'm winning. Call against Mali down here. the players had no option but to win that game. Omo himself more draw in Chad, no. They can't come and lose here. But see, Eric, for me, Muka contractors, and reason why for me up till now, I still feel say Mustafa Yusuf didn't do a good job as a sports minister.
Mustafa
I'm telling you, because as a sports minister, you should be asking questions.
Yeah.
And now what AFCON when to me uncle in the first place, meaning like in the history of this country, this is the first time Mati say a coach of the Black Stars signed a 3-year contract with an option of 2. Almost bad 2, 1.5, 2, 1.5.
3 plus 2 just say I mean, say a man 3 plus 2 just say brutal.
Charlie,
the fact say the current minister no as shown in his presses and this that no cry.
And you see, reason why for me, my bobo numbers in any idea it's looking okay. But Eric, at the World Cup, and now banana kind of. Somebody is coming with Ancelotti. Somebody is coming with Thomas Tuchel. Yeah. Somebody is coming with Bielsa.
Yeah.
Somebody is coming with De La Fuente. These are top class coaches.
Yeah. Thank you.
The former Portugal coach might be coming.
Yeah. Is it that Santos guy? Yeah. And these are A-listed coaches. So, for me, Eric, I ding. But what we've seen down here, say how they are playing, some of the decisions on the pitch. Last season in the Premier League, Arteta, in one of their games, after the game, I can say he made 13 variations during the course of the game. I mean, Otto Addo or Satiapa. No. Boga. We are there. No.
Or attack.
So 3 back, 4 back, 2 pivotal, 2 pivotal, and one. So for me, no disrespect to him. For me, Eric, and now can I say immediately Kofi Adams here confirming say he's becoming the sports minister. At least minty and Kramat on 3 different platforms and Endra, any Endra, Joy, any anopa way Adam. Clearly, he doesn't feel this is the man to lead us.
Because he doesn't have eyes. Almost where for sure born to say fan.
And after the game against Mali, he almost Wakase Adam say, Osho game crashing, game crashing. And this is a minister. Wakase, we need to go and surpass our. I mean, you're already South Africa. Yeah. So if you are targeting playing in the semis and in the final, he doesn't think Otto Addo is the man. Because somebody is coming there with we winning Champions League, we are watching Premier League, we are watching World Cup.
The truth is, can't we see IFAC? Like, if even let me use Eriku as an example. Cry Eko Kochi Black Stars with the kind of talent I want. I mean, we should be beating the Central African Republic.
We
should be beating them. So it doesn't have to do with how when we face this stubborn countries, and that's when you have to show a tactical.
When him say Otto Addo buy and Eric in the first in the return no, Obekaya Yakobo friendly bibo. I mean Morocco against Uganda and then Nigeria.
Yeah.
When is share Nigeria still to me, no.
On to me. Sometimes to Uja CR Chad the money with Mudia Ulaya.
Of course.
Big boys.
Yes. Reason why I'm concerned.
No, but it goes back to he did it against Nigeria, even though it was a draw.
Yeah, of course. But after no,
with the top boys.
Yeah, but after no, so we share Nigeria, but also when to me, I share
there's not done anything about Makas. Oh wow, coach, why BB, why or tactics we like.
Yeah,
because you know, Charlie.
Of course,
to coach or you.
Eric, reason why,
even though the numbers favor him,
of course,
but you see, we have ice.
Say call at the world stage. Because in Qatar, at Qatar, my own say Charlie, nigga don't do it. Yes, we'll coach you. He's gathering he's learning on the job, but he's not somebody that you can bang your hopes on.
But you know, some of the record that back him. The number of goals I share our group stage, or no, the last time at the World Cup was share goals more compared to in previous World Cup.
Because you have been 2014.
Group goals I share. Can also be famous. Or next time at the next I'm so betting my traffic group with the
But you see, Eric, the point is that the minister is targeting we playing at the semis and in the final.
Legacy say
that's what he's
during my
thinking.
time, Black Stars.
I think the government, the FA, and the sports ministry find themselves in a very, very difficult corner because of how the contract was signed. And no kind because it's our old terminated contract.
And he demanded that because job security.
Yeah, of course.
The first one. It's the second one, obviously.
No, but you see, the point is that, Eric, for the president to fly all the way to Germany to sit down with Borussia Dortmund and tell him that, oh,
and America, and he say he's a top man.
So he Otto Addo is lawyers. Yes, of course.
We are crossed man on
Yebium. Yeah.
Near power choice and by force. Hey,
so for Otto Addo,
I guess I heavy.
Yeah. So
at the same Morino. Also, when you out that for Morino, bro, for the bra, near Copa Morino team, Morino, Jana, Jumanaba, near man 3+2.
But Eric,
so also about track record.
No, exactly.
I'm saying that the coach of that caliber.
Yeah.
No, but
when you say, no,
so that is the reason why Otto Addo and his reps also will be smart enough to demand for job security because when Jai Dortmund, Jumani man, or my man,
or buy 1 year, no.
So that's what I'm saying. Is that the government, the FA. Everybody will find ourselves in the very, very tight corner. Because if reportedly $50,000, why you're close to 2 years? What's sacking at 3 years?
That can you know
and he's not the one.
Yeah,
and he's not the one over Ghanaians because still Ghana for now.
So,
like I said, Nigeria at the end of the fire, Nisonyaza.
Oh, but someone share draw. I mean, draw goalless here 1-1 day.
No, but Ned, them say, it's in your say, and
no, but you see, the
so when
it is also how we manage to qualify.
Yeah.
Because going there to get 1-1, because the point was that
but Nigeria had a good squad.
Yeah, very good squad. And looking at where we're coming from, AFCON, you qualify from the group phase.
On the piece of the
of course, so looking at the circumstances and who now you call Nigeria qualify, you know. Charlie, it was exciting. But this time around,
Emma, the whole president of the land, kidnap.
So for me, I think it's very.
This was how I'm feeling.
Oh, some guys are winning the
interview and a hotel hono and I don't know. Nigeria, some of Nigeria. And I don't know how de bruta. We are going heavy.
Yeah, there was this viral video. The president of the FA. I see.
As soon as I tell you, we are quite Sunday. Could do more than any began.
Wow,
fine, pal.
But you see, but for Eric, for me, I think no disrespect to Addo, but if we need somebody who can guide this current Black Stars team to the semis or to the final, trust me, I don't think it's Otto Addo.
Well. That's what I'm saying. Is it Otto or but minister also interview wrong timing, right?
No, for me I don't think it's a wrong time.
No, we have just
in my opinion, in my opinion, definitely these things are these are going to come up.
Hey, but wait, they're more common to me.
Oh, Massa, why don't you qualify here? Weird thing at least. So are you?
No, but just after we have 5-0, I qualify on our over cancer. When you coach it,
and then Eric, and Benana, he's thinking about his legacy. He's thinking about no, pineapple. Sorry, you know, he's also thinking about what I mean. So free. Or die, honestly. He's thinking about something.
Yeah.
He's thinking about into my members. Of course, into my members. Okay, the future. No, I saying a month or two to the World Cup. No.
Yeah.
Already, he has already made his stance clear. That's all. Not Otto Addo there. He doesn't trust him. For me, I think that me interview no year. I don't know. I mean. What the timing people are questioning.
I mean, he's being honest.
These things will come up. Yeah. I mean, it will crop up some way, somehow. We have to deal with it now.
Friendly, against Japan, Korea, because these are teams that ordinarily they will test you. So these two friendlies would, let me say, would really show if you are indeed ready for the World Cup with Otto Addo. Because in terms of pedigree and how strong they are, I mean, they are better than most of the countries we play.
Of course.
So,
I mean, these two teams are coming to the World Cup. You know, and Eric, I think
so he has to show
another worrying thing was, Unity Cup. We came up against Nigeria, we couldn't win. It was only true.
I think one of the things a hot minister, when we meet the top guys,
we fumble.
Yeah, break a cry. Yes, well, I don't want someone.
Yeah, bread because he be a better singing. Yeah, bread because coach, like
player for player. You're a decent squad. You're a top squad. You're a decent squad. And of course, every good coach be hard.
Yeah, so Charlie also
at the ABB. All right. O'Shea live. Inside the game, I mean, I'm Italian. I'm a cameraman. Be about picture. I mean, a fanboy. Sergeant Ratcliffe. He makes decisions. Robin Amorim, fast to be say Pintimamento, Atomica, let TV Akoto, black and white, depend with Rana Drumming, so you can hear Namanti or Mamonti Copo. So antie ye musuo da sani anopa fon anwumre fon nyanka besi ko Adom TV Joy News ni husu Amari mama si ye Lisbon sport in one o yona no aba de nye the record be our fan no zoom efi tata na no we need to aso bi akra bi denye Radcliffe says Amorim is a good guy. Number one. Number two, he's going to give him time to prove himself, and he's going to give him 3 years to prove himself. United for Mofa Amorim boy go aha ti mon fa why
say kutu
Amorim say kutu say ba
Amorim situation no I quiet to say Otto Addo there no we need games so cry fans so Charlie we there
but for me Eric Jim Radcliffe no me sometimes so kasa me say papa he does he really
obi aso entu scanning for
see that is the problem
scanning into no for
that is the problem
ona be chen say ni oni siga
that is but you see unim hwe so unim boss so ayesu enim hwe
usika wan
oh me but you see the point is on what serious Eric you see when Amorim no they all felt said this is the guy who is going to lift Manchester United to the next level take them to the net pedestal but oba you know hey there is a funny statistics. Point now, Eric Ten Hag go on. So I met to our own Manchester United be relegation. Last year, how many points did he win?
Charlie, okay, to get
less than 8 points. In this all by and a bingo. We got the finish when on the 15th position.
Yeah.
But do you think he was an upgrade of Ten Hag?
In experience from no.
Ten Hag came with a better reputation, in my knowledge, because Ten Hag has shown it
in
Champions League. Like
he had also beaten Man City.
But Ten Hag also defeated Real Madrid.
Who compares our Ajax team? No, Ten Hag literally built that Ajax
very,
team,
very good team,
and they were very good. So
for me, Eric, in some now, Radcliffe, I cannot. This is a manager who is not even one, for me, in my opinion, is not improving this Manchester United team, the players. He's not getting them to where they want to get to. And to me, winning back-to-back games. It was just recently, to me, winning 3 consecutive games that were Old Trafford. When he comes up against the big teams, he struggles. That is why, even though to me, winning against Chelsea, but if Chelsea, if that game was 11v11 now, Chelsea would have won.
Really?
I'm telling you.
Oh, United fans, nah.
See, Eric, even at 10-10, look at how they struggled. Chelsea suffocated them. But they decided to sit deep because not to come out. But 11v11, Chelsea would have won that game. So, for me, this is a manager. He's not getting everything that they expect the manager to do. He's not getting it right.
Now, United are refusing to accept realities. I'm partly a cassette or heavy.
But all buy, you know.
But they're still living in the heavy.
No,
really.
Yeah, no. Because see, the reason why...
Radcliffe's not to...
Yeah. Ferguson buy,
it was Central for... They won't go to the pressure from Central for every weekend.
But you see, the point is that this same way to come back and bite him. So for me, I think because see, coaching job is about the results. Obana wa here. Then Ancelotti, Real Madrid. No more the what is it the 9th or the 10th Champions League?
10th. We have tried.
Real Madrid buy or Benjamin. At a point you have to leave.
The following season.
It was not good, So for me, Manchester United. Amorim, Eric, for me, he's proving that he can't do this work. He can't do this Manchester United work. Trust me. The 3 years are Wakasa or Yede Manono. 3 years or Radcliffe say Yede Manono. Minjin this 1 year grab it. Trust me. Me makase kwata by December. He best sack
because November he will be the wine.
Yeah. Right after the international break now, or call Anfield, and we know how difficult it is for Manchester United even to win away games.
God, the Sunderland, if it's Sunderland,
I'm telling you that against Sunderland, I mean, this is a young team. And I make say Sunderland coach Nika said this is a young team that they are now growing. They are now trying to build something.
Were relegation team from the championship.
Right, and that has been his
win, Papa Bia.
That has been his track record. Most of his teams again in the Premier League has been against relegation. I mean, championship teams. You know, so for me,
we shall big boys now.
In November, he's probably going to be tested in December as well because he's coming up against the big guys in November and then in December. And reason why Maka said Amorim quarter by December he will not be on this job because he's not good enough. He's not, and the system was also confusing. I mean,
also he says
reason why Obekono, because we go back and watch the game. It's simple as that. You watch the game against Brentford. She goes 2 goals no more saying, all the 3 goals no more saying, you know, the first goal and then the third goal. It was just long ball. The first goal to Thiago Igo, long ball. Maguire on him so on course on now. Then it is on the back line. The same as the third goal. It's the second goal, no. The ball to the right side, squared into the box. Nobody was there to cover. No, so the tactics, the setup, the back three. Maka said there's no bad system. But there was a when the players on bet me about the system out.
And it doesn't have those caliber of players. And he has the opportunity to buy. And the people are buying.
And then the idea ebe money losing a job because Osha Alonso, he was known for playing a 3-back system at Leverkusen. What Real Madrid knows, Osha squad knows, hey Charlie, me bought na so be onya time unso to implement in 3-back. He's improvised. Games been about 4-back. No boy, we share quantities. Conte, obi any say on the 3-back master. Oba England no be about 3-back or the 3-back maybe winning Premier League in Chelsea name. Oko Napoli. Just last year, I'm did the brand and name some of these players have account. Or share squad no say Charlie. Team we quality no one any profile of players no one. 3-back no institute mo. About 4-back and it's working for them. And that's all people are saying. Say I'm Manchester United squad we are players now you want 3-back no.
It's everyone say it's a just say no say the system no ideology no person.
It makes me wonder. Okay, before Man United, there was rumors say not Liverpool pen and Okoye interview.
Liverpool.
And it makes me wonder. Say, a count run a Liverpool man fan because Okona o system here back.
No, but the case there or you fine.
O system here back ope. Ni mu here the ultimate say Otto Addo vibes so. Hey, where there?
Otto.
Because the point is actually Osho money Manchester City game. It was laughable. How can you ask Luke Shaw's on Taki? You can't say on Maki Ellen Haaland. Oh, the way Haaland pim to you know. So for me, the system, the system Nanka Sampo is a problem. It's a problem. It's
we are stubborn. No so need track record to show say
So for well, I say a juma man or sporting. On just say any juma wa. Just say
we say EPL no. We a new coach over there. Why other leagues new no. And for be home.
I do remember when Pep Guardiola left Man City. No, people were asking questions. Hey, I could bet me because the intensity, the pressure in the Premier League. You know, if you don't get things right,
you always have to value.
Yeah, that is why because Guardiola, what
season we are next season, you know,
people figure out.
That's why the Pep are not them. Back to back. It doesn't happen. But Pep has done. He's a genius, and I think next week Gebekumu, when his former assistant is asking him to take a break, now on Tranchain. Said, "What break? What did you do? Besana?
Why you man na check?
To Tranchain, I can rejuvenate. No samba beam, rejuvenate. No samba beam. Yeah, I think it will help. Maybe do next week, you know. Nah, tomorrow say we. Na feed it media says here boss USA na ya banka san na Comoros foreign to means form say so bom fi o shen o san be fi be off when dem bo af kom shen o san be e bom fi mo san shen e be kire mo say pa what you say it na dey am allowance ada ho and I director ne I producer acham kakra tab na aka na mo mfa. But I thank you. Echo, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
The producer, confidence, and I belongs here. I'm a camera sound. Thank you so much. But in the cage one, Erica Siedu, where Yamia Tumna Tumbi Tumia Besaba, show me inside the game. Subscribe it or comment. You're welcome. And then my group. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.